Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to pretty much do like a get ready with me, and I'm just going to show you what my like everyday makeup looks like. Most of the time when I'm filming, I'm usually going all out, but when it comes to my day-to-day makeup, my steps are a little bit more simple. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Alright guys, first things first, skincare routine. Make sure you do that. I did mine about 30 minutes ago and I applied my SPF. You guys already know that SPF is very important to me and I always use SPF. For today's primers, I went in to the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. That I've actually been really enjoying this in my T-zone and I feel it's like up to here. So I've used quite a bit of this. I also went in to this Master Prime. This is a blurring and smoothing one, and then my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip under my eyes. I've kind of been picking primers and using them for like 2 weeks straight, just so I can really get good use out of my primers. Alright guys, the picks for this week as far as foundation and concealer go are the new Lancome foundation and the REM Beauty Concealer. I sometimes do the just concealer method, but for today we're not going to go for that. This concealer is actually a tiny bit too light. So we're going to jump into the Lancome foundation. This is in shade 335W, and basically what I do is I just end up using a very small amount. I might get a tiny bit more, but I think this might be it. And I usually focus it on where I want it the most concentrated. I'm gonna really buff it out. We're not going for a full beat, and we also want to be quick. So I'm going to jump in to my Sonia G Classic base and just buff this out. All right, and that is it. I only went in to that tiny bit, buffed it all out, and I think I'm okay with what I'm looking at. Now let's jump in to a tiny bit of concealer. I honestly don't use too much just because I don't need it, especially not on days that I'm trying to just be quick. So I picked some up. This is my Morphe E8, and I went into that REM Beauty Concealer. I picked up the shade Medium 1W in case you have not seen my review on it. And I just buff it out. And it's a very light. My toddler is watching Frozen 2 in the living room and she's singing. So hopefully I don't get demonetized. Alright, I am going to go in to a cream bronzer just because I prefer to lay down creams under my powders. It's just a preference. I usually do contour and bronzing, but for today we're just going to do a cream bronzer, and this is the LYS Beauty. Harmony is the shade. I'm pretty sure like almost all the shades are sold out. This is very emollient, so you literally need just a tiny bit. I don't swipe this like a full on because it's too much if I do that. All right, this is a Soft Blend 60 from Sigma, and I literally just blend it out. It blends nicely, easy. So far I have not noticed any lifting of my foundation, but if you're scared, just tap first and then blend. You don't have to go the way I did. It could be that I'm barely wearing any foundation too, so I'm sure that's helping. All right, now I'm going to powder. I always powder. You guys already know that. Okay, for my under eyes, I'm going to go into my Makeup Forever in the shade Ivory. This is one of their pressed powders. All right, now I'm going to jump into my Rcma makeup powder. This is the Premier Loose Powder in the shade Amber. This is actually a really good powder, and I'm surprised more people are not talking about it. And I'm going to set my whole face with this. This REM Beauty concealer is actually looking really good today. I think less is more for my under eyes as far as that concealer. Right. Now I'm going to a bronzer and contour and powder. So I'm going into the Marc Jacobs. I'm pretty sure this is fantastic. As my contour, and this Sigma Beauty, it is the matte bronzer in medium. Same brush that I used for the cream, Soft Blend 60 Sigma. And first I'm going to lay down the Marc Jacobs just because the shade is a tiny bit more cool tone. And it works better as a sculpting shade than a bronzer. I mean, I could use it as a bronzer, but I prefer to use it as a contour shade. I love this little bronzer. I got a mini one, so once I hit pan, I hope by then they come back with their beauty brand. All right, now for the Sigma, same brush. Warm up the face a tiny bit. We did lose a tiny bit of that cream bronzer, so we're just freshening up the warmth that we have going on. All right, my base is looking beautiful. Almost flawless, right? Now comes blush, and I'm actually going to dig into two. Odin's Eye. This is in B101 Sunset Clouds. It's like a beautiful pinky shade, but it is a matte, so there's no shimmer to it. And this Hourglass one, which is also like a pinky shade. Luminous Flush is the name. First, let's do the Odin's Eye, and this is a Melt Cosmetics brush, 718. Such a beautiful, like, rose pinky, almost baby doll color, but more muted. It's like a rose pink rather than a pink pink. It's so pretty. Doesn't my complexion just look so pretty? And that Hourglass blush has that ambient shade in it. It's like the finishing glowy powder that they put in there. Look what they're famous for. So I'm not going to put any highlight just because I already have the natural glow from the blush. Now I'm going to jump into some mascara. I don't really do my eyeshadow on my everyday to day makeup, so we're literally just going to apply mascara and be done with the eyes. I'm going to go into the Red Beauty and the Cali Ray. All right, when it comes to my everyday today, I am lazy as hell when it comes to my brows. So I'm just going to brush them up with my Benefit 24-hour brow setter because I don't want to do anything with my eyebrows. I usually don't, unless I have to. All right, and for lips, I'm going to be lazy really, and I don't like to do much with my lips. Honestly, on day to day, I just don't. Like, I'll put some chapstick or something. We're gonna go into a lip gloss and a lip liner. This is the new Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Lively, right? All right, now we're going to jump in to this Dior lip gloss. I forget what they're called. It's like the Dior Addict something lip gloss. 640 J'adore is the shade. It's a nudie, natural shade, you know. It almost feels like a hybrid of a lip gloss and like a lip balm. It does have a slight sweet taste and scent to it. Alright, and last but not least, I'm going to be just a tiny bit extra for today. Sometimes I am. I will go in with a finishing powder. I don't always do this. I have the new Dior. This is the Natural Velvet Powder Foundation. It's not a powder foundation. I recently reviewed this. 3N is the shade. It's a tiny bit light, but as a finishing powder, I do enjoy it. And I also have the new Westman Atelier. This is the Vital Press Skincare Powder. Honestly, this is not a good setting powder. My oils pop out so quick and so horribly, but this works really good as a finishing powder. So I've also been using this one. I purchased the shade Translucent. So let me go in with a Dior. I feel like I've been using the Westman Atelier a lot more. So let's go in with this new Dior. And I'm literally just going to tap the smallest amount and just buff it in. I've also tried this Dior powder under my eyes. It worked okay, not the best. I think just finishing powder is going to be what I use it the most for. Alright guys, and here is the completed full face of my everyday makeup. I'm super happy with the way everything looks. The base is looking super fresh. I'm loving it. For me personally, if the base is on point, then everything else is kind of on point, but that's just me. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed kind of getting ready with me. I didn't chat too much just because I really just wanted to show you what it is that I do and just do my makeup. You know, sometimes you just want to turn on the camera and film yourself doing your makeup, not chit-chatting too much and all that. Well, let me know down below if any of these products you own and you absolutely love. I feel like a lot of the products I used in this video are favorites. I wouldn't say my top favorites, but they're definitely favorites and products that when I use it, I think to myself, gosh, this is so good. Why don't I use it more often? You know? All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys have no idea. I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.